Okay, now we're down on the Golden Lake. I'll give you a quick tour of the lake. Jans couldn't resist the thought of going fishing, so he's gone off onto one of the other lakes and he's doing a bit of catting while he's here. I've dropped onto the Golden Lake. Good friend of mine, Neil Machin's on here doing a bit of match style fishing. As you can see, he's into looks like another bream now, I think. Is it, Neil?
Yeah, it is. It's a skimmer.
Skimmer. There's a good head of bream, carp, roach, rudd, and there's quite a good head of cats in here as well. We're doing to about 35 in this one.
I hooked one at the beginning.
Did you get one already? Yeah.
First drop in, I just went in with a plummet. I put a bit of bait in, went in with a plummet over the top, and I got liners straight away instantly.
Yeah.
And I thought it was probably an odd carp or a small crucian or something, or even these skimmers. And dropped in, and when I dropped in, I never had a bite for like 3 or 4 minutes. And
that's a good sign. Yeah.
And then I've had a bite, lifted up, and it's just boiled all the way down the lake, and I just
just swam off.
Just took the lot, took everything in it. So, yeah. But now they've gone.
And these have come back.
These have come back. They're beautiful. Loving it.
Some cracking bream in here. They run to about £8 in here.
Really? Yeah. These are all like peas in a pod. They're all around about £2.5, £2 sort of size.
I mean, people in general don't really know that these kind of fish are at Lakemore, you see. Everybody associates the fishing with cats. Catfish, it's always cats. That's all they ever heard. Right. So it's obviously nice to see somebody like yourself coming down and fishing for the species. You know, it's because there's some really nice fish.
Well, I came down here a couple of years ago now, if you remember, come down with Pete Goodwin.
Remember with Pete, yeah.
And fished at the opposite end of the lake from here, and fished on paste and pallets, and I think that day, in about 3 hours, about £100 a carp.
Easily,
and an odd cat as well. So, yeah, there's really good fishing.
I mean, what you've got depth-wise is on the right-hand side, where we're looking now. They're not really peg numbered as such, so if you work on the right-hand side, this is the shallowest side. You're only looking around 2 foot really, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then it shelves where the irons are. It starts to shelve off. And what you get in there? 3 maybe?
3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
You're starting to shelve off there, and then in the left, all down the left-hand side, you're talking anywhere between 4.5 and 5 foot down that side.
Right.
Obviously for the bream, it'd be like this kind of section where it's starting to come up.
A bit wide, a bit more open. It's a lot shallower than it looks actually. Right? So I put a heavier rig on at the start.
Yeah.
You know, like a 4x14 rig. I expected it to be about 4 or 5 foot, but I was quite surprised how shallow it was. But the water's down a little bit.
Yeah, the levels have dropped. Yeah. The country's in desperate need of water, isn't it? But,
that's right.
What you tend to find is as soon as the temperature warms up, the carp plough over to this side naturally, like they will in shallow water.
Yeah.
Whereas your cats and your bream, I'm just going off what people tell me when they're catching, because I don't get time to go fishing like you boys. They tend to be more dominant on this side, particularly your big cats as well.
Really, yeah. There's been a few boils while I've been fishing just in this right-hand corner here, just where the wind's blowing in.
Yeah.
But I think they've been carp more than anything. And also when I've struck at a couple of the skimmers as well, when 1 or 2 bow waves go off as you go.
Right.
I think there's a few carp. I'm only fishing like just a soft wicker pallet and over the top of micros.
Right.
I think probably if I tacked it a bit more and fed a bit more and probably fished a big ball of paste over the top, you'd probably catch a few more carp on it.
Yeah. You do like the paste on here.
Yeah.
You know, your trout pellet paste.
Yeah. Imagine the cats like it as well.
Yes, they do. Yeah. I mean, you know, cats aren't everybody's cup of tea. This is why it's nice that I can show people that we've got this kind of fishing on site.
Yeah. I remember you stocked it a couple of years ago with a load of little mirror carp.
We did, I put, they were about 5-6 inches long, just before the Catfish Challenge one year, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, I imagine they've grown a bit now as well.
I would imagine, I mean, they seem as though they're knocking couple to £2.5 now, so it's quite a good head of them coming through.
Yeah.
I think to be brutal about it, I think the cats did see a few of them off, to be honest, but it was like a dinner bell when I put them in.
Because they've up to about £35, I think.
Last year's best was 35 up here, so there's no reason it shouldn't do a 40 this time.
And that looks a decent sized carp, doesn't it?
It can do, yes. Yeah. I mean, they tend to live on the skimmers and the bream more, which is not a bad thing. I mean, people might be horrified by that, but it's what you end up creating then is a lake that's got some very good stamper bream, because the skimmers are being controlled.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you know, they are, especially in a lake like this where it's shallow.
They bubble, they just go berserk, don't they? And you end up with a massive stunted skimmers then, whereas it doesn't seem to happen in here because the cats are constantly.
There's a lot of small cats as well.
Yeah,
so they'll keep it down. Well, that's good. And the trouble is as well, if you get too overpopulated with small fish like skimmers and roach and young, that's when you actually have oxygen problems as well in the lakes.
Yeah. I mean, there's a good colour in this lake if you.
Yeah,
you know, you've only got to look at the colour. It stays this colour all year round.
Yeah.
Even when it was ice capped, it still got colour when we were breaking the ice. It's still got colour in it. Yeah. So that shows how many fish are in here, really.
Yeah. Well, again, your skimmers and the F1s and things like that, the winter species as well, they'll carry on feeding through the winter, so they'll keep it slightly coloured as well. Whereas your cats and your carp, they shut down a little bit.
Yeah, the cats particularly do, to be honest. Yeah, once you start hitting, depending on the season, but middle of October kind of time, that's when your cats tail off. We have seen them in the winter, November, even January when there's been snow on the ground.
Really?
Of course, yeah.
You get a lot of people pleasure fishing this lately?
Hardly any, to be honest.
Yeah,
hardly any.
Did you book it out for matches or anything like that?
No, I used to do matches, but I could never compete with the big match venues that are on my doorstep, so I didn't want to kind of kid myself that I was ever going to be a match fishery, because I wasn't ever going to be one. So,
but really, it's just a nice little pleasure lake, isn't it? Just to come down and have that have a day's fishing.
Yeah, you can't get much of a nicer environment.
You can't,
really.
no, not at all.
And
the thing is, it's a little bit more natural than a lot of the commercial fisheries that you see nowadays as well.
I have limited pegs, so everybody's got their own space.
And and they're good, fair way of parking.
Yeah. So yeah, you can generally just come down and have a nice day's fishing. You know, you got the cafe a little bit further down. On the corner of the Golden Lake here, go through a gate. The cafe's down there, that's open through various times of the year, April to October. So that's quite handy, and you can park just down near the willow.
Close as well, so you haven't got to walk in either to get to the pegs.
Yeah. Right, well, I'm going to go and catch up with Jan.
Right, well, I'll have a little bit more fishing, because I'm just enjoying this. I've just got them bream going. It's got a bit quiet now. There's probably another cat sat
Maybe
there.
a 30-pound cat there, just having a look at your bait,
I'll probably end up looking into one in a minute.
You're thinking, I wonder if Mr. Machin can handle this. Right, I'm going to find Jan and catch up and get some rods in with Jan.
Cheers, Mo. Thanks, mate.
Cheers, Neil. Thank you.
Right. Oh, look at that.
There we go.
Right on cue.
On cue.
I think it's a trout as well, look. It's funny how they jump out of the water.
You can only find some bream around, but mine seem to fight. I don't know what's wrong with them.
Yeah, they do fight. That's what you want a good fighting fish.
Is that because of the water level, the depth of it, do you think, how they jump out now?
You do get a few venues where they jump like that. I don't know why they do it. You must just get that startled and they just bolt off. They have a quick fight and then that's the end of it. But cracking them all.
Good colour as well, aren't they?
Brilliant, yeah, lovely fish. Just down to the depth of the water, they're quite dark, aren't they? Like a dark looking fish. Brilliant.
Away she goes.
There she goes.